面，不是，你下面把它戳上去。走开。好冲啊！你睡前还冲啊？
你等下再冲啊！
你睡前一定冲得到，你起来一定可以到100，好不好？怎么可能醒来不可能到100？
100
你应该是要充你的行动电源吧？哦，
找到了，
就是在这啊。全心走路。天，你是都暗了还这样？哦，玩到哪了？你忘记了？
哦，终于开了。
哦，这样走过去好了。
From an empty sky.
拉夫里翁
Come on.
，Come on。
Ha!
Όχι ώρα.
取回圣物。
I got your
Look at.
Is it valuable?
Not in drachmi.
You want me?
No.
OK。
It won't be easy.
Please be.
I'll come back. keep a sharp watch here.
突然发现我是不是没有学狂喜呀？真的没有学狂喜，太荒谬了吧！我居然会没有学狂喜！好久没有玩了。这个
A job well done. Yeah!
，Your the gods.
哎呦，
整体防御加18，我靠！
Καλώς, πιστεύω σε. Δεν την άκουγα.
我的花束真是看最齐那一种。我怎么会去接主线呢？然后不管了，什么都不管了。看问号真的太多了，多得太夸张了。没关系，我就沿路走主线沿路，我还是会解。不过就仅限沿路。干会。 都托运，不能托运。
电池也不行，这种简式电池。
不行吧？
Άνθρωπος τη στρώσεται. Τρομερό κανονιστή.
下来。
Where did they go?
靠腰。里面还有。靠呀！ 族世手。
Up again.
捡起来啊！线索。上面吗？哦，阿伽门农。刺客火焰暴击。战士元素。暴击伤害元素强化。啊？
小夹链袋子。
塑胶袋啊。
我要装药哎。
啊？
我不要，我想要分装。
30%。下次要先不买。长生军。
Slavery is natural. It is necessary.
necessary。燃烧器。再一个。在哪里？哎，这个滑鼠。哦，在这啊。算了，先解这个吧，有空再去。去喽。
Dietro fuoco trasmettente. Silopis, ucri vinco.
Look at all that silver. So this is how Athens got so rich.
嗯，不然怎么抄？看，你别想要带双脚欺负啊！
Bella. Best stay out of sight.
Stay together.
往上。
Prostito, Pedron. I see you have good taste. Let me know if you need anything else.
哎，对，无限。
can I get for you?
自暴击。那就这样吧。
I'm glad we stopped by.
线，线。好远。
Got to be careful not to get spotted.
屁啊！
Pituto Beats! Come se?
打到没噻。
You must be the one Pericles sent.
I am. He said there is an ostracism vote, but
Of course he didn't. That's what I'm for.
if someone is
If they do, they'll be punished.
Punish.
what does someone have to do to be ostracized?
Anyone seen as a threat to the city or the people is enough. And then it is up to the vote. Some have been ostracized for simply being more disliked than the person they're up against.
What's my role in this?
The votes have already been cast. We don't have long before they're counted. Take the ostraka in this bag and exchange them with the ones currently under guard.
You want me to rig the ostracism?
Pericles does. And he has his reasons, I'm sure. Bring me the bag you took from the room and I'll take care of the rest.
No one will see me go in or out.
直接顺到这边来就好了。你刚刚我不去脸。
The watch will be vigilant here.
金色福星，去猎杀他。
Your heads were full. Why won't you die? Join my crew, and you'll be paid well.
음, 3파伤害。6%盲人。 就在我刚刚潜进来的地方。
That should do it. I should let Pericles' contact know.
下来。
Goods from all over the Greek world. You wouldn't think the city was besieged by an army of Spartans. Here, friend.
Mystios.
You've seen what?
The flower.
That was some...
It wasn't poet.
What do you want?
Great warrior.
I'm supposed...
Yes. Come back. You have to help me.
不办法。
It's done. What are you going to...
Dump them in a well. Ah, it looks like the official has arrived.
I apologize for the delay. Don't worry. The Ostraka are all accounted for. The votes were counted, and Anaxagoras is to be ostracized.
Be slow to fall into friendship, but once you do, continue firm and constant. It will be more difficult for me now that Anaxagoras must leave Athens. We were quite close, although he and Pericles were much closer. It's strange, Pericles wasn't here today to defend him.
Would Pericles normally defend someone?
A good friend? Of course. Yet, Anaxagoras seems pleased with the result. This day has brought more questions than answers.
You said you were close.
He was like a mentor to me. Many of my best thoughts came to fruition through our conversations.
Who are you?
Ask anyone and they'll tell you Socrates. But a name gives you nothing. Our actions determine who we are, and every action has its pleasures and its price. With that said, then...
I know the price of actions. I have to as a mercenary.
That simple piece of information tells me more about you than your name ever could. Explaining oneself must be carefully done.
Explaining myself would take more time than I have.
Then let us focus on a single recent event. Tell me, as a mercenary, is there anything you wouldn't do?
Just because I'm a mercenary doesn't mean I'll do anything.
Even if the pay was more than adequate for the task?
Even then,
What if you were offered something you desperately needed, something you couldn't get anywhere else? Would you move this line you've made for yourself?
it moves when I need it to.
A strategy for those who must be adaptable, or for those who wish to justify their actions.
I decide if my actions are just.
You are clearly someone who would do whatever you feel is necessary. Perhaps for drachmi, or maybe to further a personal goal.
That describes a lot of people.
I suppose I'm curious why you did it. How could I not be when you're the reason my friend is being forced to leave the only home he's ever known?
I think you have the wrong person.
You are claiming that you're the wrong person? Life's one true happiness is knowing yourself.
Even if I did know who rigged the ostracism vote, I wouldn't tell you.
And yet, I never said anyone rigged anything.
Socrates! There you are.
Here I am.
You're late. They're all waiting for you.
I wish to see Anaxagoras' fate, and so I have. Tell them I'm on my way. Well, it seemed our conversation is at its end. Although I hope it isn't the final one we have.
I wouldn't know. That'll get me. That's everything Pericles wanted. Time to return to him and find out what these Athenians know about my mother. There'll be trouble if I'm spotted here.
超笨。
What have you got? Report.
Nothing here.
Ah! I want that filth found.
I understand.
Get down!
The arrows came from.
Find cover!
You're
你
dead,
10公斤了吗
Archer!？
你是买多少？
They're firing from over here.
I'll find where he's hiding.
应该够吧？
够吧？哦，快！
No one's here.
This archer has to die!
Hey, get to shelter! I've got the archers. Where could he be?
The arrows came
I
from
have
over
to
there!
find the archer.
There's nothing. Come on! We're gonna get him!
I'm on it.
Baraka! He's gone!
Report.
Nothing.
Keep searching.
Understood, sir.
Won't get away.
Anyone caught sight of them?
No trace.
Stay alert. They could be anywhere.
I hear and obey. Arrows! Protect yourselves!
This archer has to die! Came from somewhere else. He must be close.
You're
John! Bounty on you! I found him!
There you go.
Get back here! I'll make quick work of you.
I want that bounty!
沙漠玫瑰。
You're just making me want to kill you for free! Io soy peggio!
It was fired from over there. Protect yourself.
嘿嘿嘿嘿嘿，淘洗狗。那怎么换呢、 用夺命剑啊？不会改。
Let's get the archer. I'm still coming to collect that bounty.
好了，我要走喽。拜拜。
Ella!
Ella!
Trojati.
Alexios, it's you!
Phoebe?
Phoebe!
You said you weren't coming back to Kefalonia, so I decided to leave too.
I said I wouldn't be coming back, but I don't remember saying you should leave.
Well, here I am.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So, you somehow work here? For Pericles?
No, for Aspasia.
How is it you're working for Aspasia?
Well, I did get into a little bit of trouble after I got to Athens. I may have been a leader of a small group of orphans that tried to cheat Aspasia. We didn't know it was her, though.
And you convinced her to hire you?
No, she asked me on her own.
That was lucky. I don't understand why I have to change.
It's just what you do here. I felt...
And my weapons?
Don't worry, I'll take...
Well... I think I'm ready.
You can't! Not like that, anyway.
I'll get changed.
Yep. Leave your weapons in the corner, and I'll come back when you're done.
I feel uncomfortable.
Now you look like everyone else.
You say that like...
It is. If you want them to take you seriously,
Is that everything?
you're all ready to go in.
I'm struggling to think of any right now.
No weapons. No.
Here, Alexios. The mighty mercenary and traveler has finally made his grand entrance.
Herodotus. Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles.
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion. Appearing trustworthy is the most important part of being. They may not look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongues. Ah, Sophocles and Euripides, for example. Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
It looks more like a lover's quarrel to me.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies. You should drink more. Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachos. If you listen closely, you'll notice he and Socrates are actually arguing the same points. But
that isn't at all what I mean. Where is Pericles?
oh, he never attends his own parties. Which reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Vile Socrates, always appearing where I least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good and don't drink too much. So, tell me, what does a Mystios like you think of a party like this?
This is going to be a long night. Parties should be about vomiting up blood, not vomiting up poetry. These people are so clean.
If these guests aren't to your own unique tastes, then just focus on why you came here in the first place.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Pericles is here somewhere, and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your sister said.
Agreed. Pericles needs to know. I'll stay here and look for clues.
I hope they know something about your mother.
Me too.
Me too.
I suppose you've come in here to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
Spare me. I'm only looking for clues to help me find a Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That pediculous, Xanthodontus exothalmic Morosov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you don't.
You want to get Euripides drunk?
Ha! We both know that's...
All right, if not...
You'll need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll...
You're awfully worked up.
I'm never just anything, foreigner. Though I confess, Euripides and I hold a bond deeper than brotherhood.
How do you know Pericles?
I believe you mean to ask me, how does Pericles know you? I'm the greatest dramatist in the land, mentor to every... of Asclepios, father of theater, and so... And so on.
I'm sure it's a real honor to... I'll get the wine.
Wonderful. Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
Save for that arrogant playwright. I don't see many distinguished guests.
I've come to get...
Yes, take it.
然后就要拿干来日。
A new face in Pericles.
I am called...
What do you call yourself?
Alexios.
I wouldn't peg you as an Oh, go on.
I'm Evripidis.
For a playwright, you're not...
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Evripidis likes to say.
When I need to relax, I start to fight.
Quickly, bring him some wine so that...
After my argument with Sophocles,
You and Aristophanes could...
a competition?
Ah, wonderful idea.
Well, if you brought us some wine, I wouldn't be...
I'm only here because...
And yet it...
To Dionysos!
This is nectar of the...
How about some more?
Where did you find this delicious wine?
You know what they...
Ready for...
This is the best...
You know what?
I brought myself.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no...
She fled to heal a broken heart. Evripidis, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg Asclepios for his divine pity. I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through.
Oh, then she sought my friend, Hippocrates. He's a physician, best of the best. He still keeps his office in Argos. If she went to him for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back.
I'll think about it. Hippocrates in Argos. Here I come.
How's Evripidi?
You can stop
Hiding. If you see Pericles, tell him I...
Open this door, or I'll kick it in!
Don't mind her. She likes to watch. Look at you. Such authority. Such aggression. I can see why Pericles has taken such an interest in you. Did you come to join us?
It sounded like someone was in pain.
Well, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going to knock, I would have left my door wide open for you.
I only came to...
Sounds like we can help each other then, doesn't it?
She's not...
I think I'll check.
After your
Obedient, too. If you don't get the oil soon... just can't stay away, can you? Did you bring the oil?
When you walked in...
How I wish you were right. One day we will have that man in here with us. I promise you that.
You've grown up in Pericles' home, and yet you're so different.
No one is like Pericles, and which is why tonight...
I come bearing gifts.
We're saved! Today, these women grieved for their sons, and these men...
Now it's time...
All business, right, and...
Focus.
Fled Sparta. No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be dead. If she were smart, she'd do what Aspasia did. She'd earn her independence. The smartest and most resourceful women I've ever met have been in Corinthia.
The Terra. I've heard they play some sort of role in Corinth, but I assumed it was the same as any other city.
Oh, no. These women are unlike any other you'll meet. A force, and the only ones there with any smarts.
Ali! Come back inside!
Ooh, the celebration continues. When you reach Corinth, find Anthusa. No.
Anthusa in Corinth. It's not...
Being so new to Athens and gaining access to this symposium is no small feat. Though you said there are things you wouldn't do, you gained Pericles' trust so quickly.
I've made my choice.
You really intend to use this young destruction to avoid the point being argued?
You've been arguing a single point all...
We're discussing the nature of the rulers. Where better to do so than here? I'll ask you the same question I asked Thrasymachos. Would you agree that the act of ruling is an art?
It is an art, as all worthy undertakings are. That is not up for argument.
Yet, medicine is for the betterment of the patient, and not the physician. Carpentry improves the building, not the builder. Then, is the art of ruling not for the betterment of the ruled?
Don't be absurd!
This argument between...
Perhaps. How...
I'm not getting dragged...
Very well. Answer this. Does the artist not give form and symmetry to her subject?
Well, yes.
Laws and justice do much the same for people, do they not? And is there any better way to communicate the story of a people than by revealing it?
If you say so.
Aspasia.
You shouldn't be too hard on Socrates. He really has a brilliant mind, even if he comes off a little strong.
He isn't always like that, is he?
Ah, Phoebe. Pericles has retired to the balcony already, has he? His ability to sneak off and sulk is second to none.
I can go get him, and Alexios can help. Everyone listens when he talks.
That'll be fine. Run along. Alexios will be right behind you. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aspasia. I had to go to great lengths to cover up your work in Megaris.
Your spies have been watching me. I knew you.
We do what we must to survive, and there's no shame in that.
I'd be more comfortable in these clothes if I had a blade in my hand.
You never really get used to them. It seems we have the attention of the entire room without a single eye being fixed on us. If you'd like to talk, do it now, and do it discreetly.
I've been searching for a woman named...
What clues do you have to her whereabouts?
A physician named Hippocrates may have seen her in Argos.
He's a good man. If you find a woman named Agathi there, do let her know Aspasia sends her regards. What else?
Alcibiades gave me the name of a woman in Corinth.
I'm sure he did. My dear friend, Anthusa, is the only one I know who's enjoyed a life in Corinth through legitimate means. Mostly legitimate, anyway.
That's all I have.
There is another option. In a former life, when I needed something done or someone found, I contacted a friend. An admiral of a sort.
What's his name?
Her name is Xenia. When we last spoke, she was in chaos. A word of caution. When you go to her, be on your guard. Sea life makes a monster out of most people.
Thank you, Aspasia.
When you're done, return here. Together, we will find who you're looking for. Now do me a favor and get Pericles to come down here and greet his guests.
Alexios!
I didn't send for you. No matter how you've dressed for my party, Phoebe shouldn't have let you in.
Aspasia told me to come find you. She wants you to come down to the party.
She says I don't interact with our guests enough. But these parties aren't for me. Technically, you're a guest. If you join Herodotus and me, that should be enough for her, don't you think?
You really don't want to go downstairs, do you?
When your days are spent speaking in front of crowds, you begin to crave these moments of silence.
Or as silent as I let it be, at least.
Phidias was awaiting trial, but you had me get him out of Athens. I figured you, of all people, would want to follow the law.
Phidias is a very dear friend. I didn't want to risk him being found guilty. And of course, there were other threats.
So you knew?
I know he's delusional, but one day when you have a...
I don't understand why you had Anaxagoras ostracized.
I won't risk the lives of those...
So you did this to protect...
Anaxagoras understood my fears.
Why send Metiochos to the fishing deck?
I would never have sent him into...
It seems you...
My people...
Your life is in...
Yes, Herodotus was saying. This cult doesn't...
The Spartans aren't your real concern, Pericles.
Listen to him, Pericles.
The Spartans are immediate. A cult's threat is ambiguous.
I'm related to one of the cult members. And I believe her when she says they're coming after you.
Sound counsel to consider.
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking...
Tell Aspasia I'll be right there. I suppose this is where our conversation ends.
Time will tell.
however I can during our travels.
Of course, I only use... I haven't seen...
Sure, we...
Before Protago...
I saw Cleon speaking at the...
So, you have it in...
I take it you and...
Hardly. And yet, Pericles...
If you're an ally of...
You're not...
I'm looking for...
Looking and...
Oh, forget it. This has been... useless. Here.
You look tough.
Only of conversation.
See?
I've had enough.
You get used to. What are you going to...
There's a woman on the island of Chaos that
I've heard there are pirates.
I'll be sure to be...
Good. Before you go, I heard something from Aspasia. About Kefalonia.
What is it?
She said there was some sort of plague. You don't think...
Don't think like that. Whatever happened on Kefalonia...
Okay. Thanks. I knew I could count on you.
Not going to beg to come along this time?
Nope. I'm happy here. And this isn't Kefalonia. That means you'll be back.
That's very true.
Plus, I really like working for Aspasia. She says she has a mission for me.
I'll see you soon, Phoebe.
Bye, Alexios!
Here, friend. From what I saw...
That's just politics.
That's not what...
From whose...
I've heard you both speak.
Politics is a... I play for the...
Politics.
I'm not saying
Did you actually...
Pericles is...
And how do you...
Help Athens, not me. The Spartans howl outside our city walls. Think about it.
I have no problem.
Good. Kill their commander, Nabis. Destroy their...
I'll get it done.
Trust me.
呀。
Shipment of spearheads. Oh, really?
Away, child of Hephaestus! No! Put it out! Out!
果冻干嘛不吃掉？啤酒啊，
啤酒？
对啊。
你们不喝 whisky 吗？